If I were to go back a few years, one of the things that we faced over the last 7 years was unemployment. 3 of those years we were up in Seattle area, even though we're both born and raised here in California. After 3 years, we both felt like it was time to come back. In doing so, we knew that it was basically perfect for us to get involved in a home church. So we sought out a home church and started to get involved. Unemployed for 7 years, now feeling like it was a calling for both of us to go to Fearless Church in downtown LA. No money to make it there, car that's half broken down, and yet still feeling like we had to go up there. The miracles that happened after taking that crazy leap just came one after another after another. I remember when we went to Fearless LA that week, Pastor was up on stage, and in a very literal way, and this to me is how God kind of humored us. Pastor said, "Everybody here, you get to be a visitor once. After that, you're family." So we've been a part of Fearless Church now since the first premiere service.
And speaking of things shifting, Pastor had asked everybody after worship to go around and give 5 hugs, and I kind of freaked out because I was like, I don't do that. Like, I haven't really hugged other human beings in a really long time. Somebody had come over and given me the biggest hug, and I felt the love of Jesus like I have never felt before. We have been married, it will be 12 years in June, and 2006 we got pregnant with our first baby. And I think with your first, it's so precious, and the expectation is you have a confirmed pregnancy, you're gonna have a baby. And
that's why we sent out all the notices to families.
We told everybody.
Started buying stuff for a baby room. We got a house with a yard.
I feel like life should be celebrated no matter what, and that is what we did. We had that little life for 12 weeks, and then we lost the baby at 12 weeks. And we were both just crushed. We went through the normal grieving process. As you would expect, it just took time to heal and to process what happened, and you go through all of those stages of grief that they talk about, where you're just in denial and questioning and then angry, and you just kind of go through all these phases. People at that time in our lives really didn't know how to react to the loss. They don't really know what to tell you.
The miscarriages that we've been through impacted our marriage. Neither negative or positive, but simply we learned from a cultural standpoint that it's not something that you talk about. And I think that's hard, especially in our case, going through that 5 times.
With a lot of people just not knowing how to respond or what to say, it made it difficult to share or find comfort in other people. It just made it harder to cope, and so I think I learned a really bad habit of withdrawing in pain. And there's also this thing where you kind of have to go back to your life and go back to your job and take that deep breath and pull it all in together and move on. It's really interesting. One of the things that stood out to me when we did go through DNA, and on that last day when we were able to receive prayer and just experience all that breakthrough, I had 2 different people tell me, "You need to forgive God." And I had to stop and think about it. I walked up to receive prayer, and the words came out, and I said, "I don't even know what to ask for prayer for." I said, "But the only thing I know is that I am numb and I don't know how to feel anymore." And Vicky looked me straight in the eyes and she said, You've lost 5 babies, and I lost it. I so desperately needed a safe place to break, to a safe place to just cry out loud, to scream if I needed to, because it hurt so bad. So bad. And Fearless has been exactly that, a safe place. They have been family, they have been home, and they have been Jesus and his love in every regard.